Hi, everybody, and welcome to the WHN Broadcast. I'm your host, Karen Ruby. Katie is out on family leave. Hi, Eric. Thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here.
You were posting on Twitter about the OceanGate submersible and how what happened to it actually parallels what's going on right now with COVID. And I'd like to hear more about why you feel that way and how that does parallel the situation that we're currently in.
Yeah, thanks for asking. The tragedy with the Titan submersible was just, it captivated the world. But in many ways, scientists and experts in the submersible world were shaking their head at everything that we learned. For example, the window, the port viewer of the sub wasn't rated for 4,000 meters. It was only rated for like 1,300 meters. That's like a 3x difference, right? Compared to
Yeah.
the wreckage of the Titanic at 3,800 meters. So that was, of course, such a face-palming moment. And, in many ways, we said we did not have enough mitigations to slow down the spread of the virus, yet people plowed forward anyway. We said this is very deadly, but people kept saying, oh, it's mild, don't worry about it. And the OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, he was always this adventurer. He was like this test pilot. He was always pushing the edge and limits. But there's only so much you can do against the face of science. The wall of reality that is science says you can't go that deep with that window. You can't just pretend nothing will happen when you just let the virus burn through the population. No matter whatever fanciful theories you have that, we all need to take risks. And similarly, there was many other experts in the submersible world that sent letters to OceanGate, to Stockton Rush, the CEO, who said, the material you're using, the carbon fiber composite, it can't be used. It's not certified. Well, the backstory is that basically it's very strong, lightweight material, but thing is, it has no compression strength, as in like it is not built for sturdiness against compression, which is very different than a high altitude, low pressure airplane that uses a composite. And this is one thing that was pointed out by James Cameron, who is not just a director of the movie Titanic, but he is a submersible expert who spent many years building the submersible that he used to go to the bottom of Challenger Deep, the bottom of the Marianas Trench. So he knows what he's talking about. And again, this reality of, this thing will hold together, it should be fine. No, that's not especially when people's lives are on the line. This is not just an automated robot. Lives on the line. You can't just wing it. You can't just say, it should be fine, and ignore the experts, especially when it comes to material engineering, when it comes to the certification of the window. I think this is the reality of there are many people out there who say, taking risks is okay, and sometimes you can get away with it. It is a coin flip, right? Sometimes, but the statistical reality is that this is way too high of a risk, especially to be carrying paying passengers. And so I did my own research on the internet and says, this is mild, this is fine. I have natural immunity. COVID is not going to affect me. And I did my own research of, this window's strong enough. This material's it's good enough. That kind of attitude is so brazen, and that's what gets people killed.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that bothers me personally so much is that, these people, do your own research people, or people who want to take more risk. Like, that's okay for you personally if you want to personally take that kind of risk. But the problem I have is it's putting all these other people in danger. So for the submersible, especially the 19-year-old who was fearful of going, he lost his life because of somebody else's wanting to take a higher risk. And that for me parallels a lot with the COVID. Other people are out there wanting to take risk, but maybe some people don't want to take that risk. And we're all caught up in the highest risk takers' risk taking behavior.
Right. Like the high risk takers person, he's not just doing it by himself. He's not just paddling into the ocean by himself. He is actually carrying passengers, paying passengers, advertising this. And
Right.
again, the 19-year-old who didn't even want to be there except to please his father. This is there's so many parallels with COVID that, it's not, my immune system is fine. Well, yeah, maybe you're young. Don't forget long COVID, but also, you're endangering others around you, your family members, your coworkers around you. So this cavalier attitude,
Mhm.
where, I did my
Right.
own research. The scientists, they don't know everything. you know, it's one thing you can endanger yourself, but to endanger others around you is inherently what makes the whole situation worse. And that's how the pandemic got worse.
Exactly.
So
Just
I think
ignoring all
anti-vaxxers
the benefits.
also, I did my own research when it comes to vaccines. There's also that same issues like, I did research online, I found some papers, articles about this. Yeah, but those are fringe articles, that those are not scientifically, for the most part, peer reviewed. And the ones that are peer reviewed, there's anti-vaxxers taking things out of context, or cherry picking things. And that's not the totality of science. They cherry pick. And I think that's the thing where, when you do your own research online, you can find a lot of cherry pick things. And in many ways, RFK Jr. not only cherry picks, but he outright exaggerates, lies, and omits key critical information with his whole disinfo. And he, in many ways, starts a movement that endangers other scientists' lives and harasses other scientists like Dr. Hotez, who are just trying to
Yeah.
save lives.
Thank you, Eric. This was a fantastic conversation. For more information, you can go to our website at whn.global and you can sign up to join us there. Thank you.